Darcy, you are first. How's it going, everybody? We have one person in here. How you doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Second live in 2 days or 3 days. So yeah, I'm gonna start doing a lot more of these. I'm really excited about it. My plan as of now is to basically just get a unique ingredient like this guy right here. We got some duck liver, cook it, learn about it, talk about it together, and go from there. So how are we doing? Oh, we got a bunch of people. What's up? Jack, how you doing? Let me try to get this up on my computer so I can see the questions coming in. Hope everybody's having a good morning. You've never had duck. Zane, or is it, yeah, Ghost. You gotta try duck. It's amazing. So how do I see, oh, here we go. All right, 1 second, guys. Just pulling up my, all right. Francis, Raymond, what's up? Good morning, everybody. It's morning for me still. It's almost noon though. Kind of had a late start to the day. But as I mentioned, second live in 3 days, so I'm trying to get back into it. Over the next week or so, I'm gonna be essentially just getting a crazy ingredient. This might not be crazy to you, but it's pretty crazy to me. It's foie gras, so duck liver. We're gonna get some interesting ingredients, cook them together, probably 30 to 45 minutes, whatever it may be. And yeah, just learn about them. So yeah, Donald Duck, I'm crying for you. Yeah, so this is duck liver. You often see duck with like duck breast, people roast whole ducks. This is definitely a pretty interesting way to eat it. I'll let you guys see it. Hi, Ellis. Good morning, lazy. Alex, you're in class. Guys, if you're in class, go back to class. This is not more important. But this is duck liver. So these are like duck, they call them liver lobes. Kind of a strange name, but these are slices of duck breast. Thank you, Shiram. Where are you guys watching from, by the way? Because I'm realizing it's 11 a.m. So on the East Coast, most people are either at work or at school. And then I guess if you're in Europe, you'd be out of work and out of school. But yeah, where are you guys watching from? Very interested. 10:21 p.m. in India. Texas. Okay, so Texas would be a few hours behind. So that would be like. Also, people are working from home and like going to school from home. So maybe they're also procrastinating or just watching this. But either way, I appreciate you guys being here. Serbia, Romania, whoa, crazy. Oklahoma, cool. Michigan, Turkey, India, so cool. Slovakia, Canada, Brooklyn. I'm actually thinking about moving to Brooklyn, Don, pretty soon. Orlando, nice. Texas, New York, Vietnam, South Africa. It always blows my mind. It's like crazy how connected we are with the internet. Everybody's just here chilling. Norway, Utah, Bangladesh, Maine, Ontario, Amsterdam. Cool. Wow, literally everywhere. Iraq, Germany, Taiwan, Netherlands, India, Ireland. That's so cool. All right, guys. Well, have you guys had this before? Duck liver. I've had it a couple times at mostly like fancy restaurants. It's really small portions and it's really expensive. So it's hard to find at stores. I found this yesterday. I was like, gotta try it. Pretty expensive. How much money was this, Sophia?
30.
Yeah, so these, like a couple ounces was like 30, 40 bucks or something. And it's kind of a strange product. Like when you read about foie, first of all, it's spelled Foiegras, but it's pronounced foie gras, Graa, like Fwagra. So the pronunciation's a little strange. And the way they produce this is even more weird. They like force feed the ducks to essentially make their livers really fatty. So it tastes great. Sort of a strange way to actually produce it, based on my understanding. I was doing a little bit of research on it. Apparently there's only like 3 producers of foie gras in America. 3 or 4. So it's not a very common practice, which makes it difficult. Oh, so yeah, $40, $39 for this little amount, right? So pretty expensive. Not very common, but you do see it in fine dining a fair amount. Sometimes you'll see like sushi, foie gras sushi. 10x fat liver. Yeah, so it's sort of a controversial production. Oh, hey Lisa. We got Lisa in the house. I'm sure you guys all know Lisa and her awesome videos. Yeah, so we are making some duck liver. Any thoughts on how I should make this? Based on my... Yeah, everyone's freaking out about Lisa. Yeah, all right, everyone. Give Lisa her time in the sun, all right? Okay, we're back. Yeah, so in general, you would keep this method of preparation pretty simple. Literally just pan sear it, and that's probably what we're gonna do. But I do have some other ingredients, like we have some truffle honey. This is all just kind of, we can decide how we want to plate it, but I have some actual honeycomb. We have some truffle dust, some white truffle dust. Got some little like toasts, petite toasts. Yeah, so I don't know. We're just gonna try cooking these up. Again, we are really just, so my plan for these lives over the next week or so is literally just get a cool ingredient, cook it up, talk to you guys, and yeah, learn together. Am I gonna dry age it? Probably not. This is the texture is quite soft. It almost wants to like disintegrate. It's almost like a jelly. Kind of a strange texture for sure. But yeah, keeping it simple is probably the way to go. Is Sophia mod? She should be. Sophia, are you a mod? Lisa the Queen, we have to show her love. But yeah, everybody show Lisa love, as I'm sure you guys already are. How would deep frying it turn out? That's a good idea. The thing about deep frying is it's hard to get a really thick crust. You get a crust on all sides, but it's different than when you hit it with a cast iron, right? Because it's touching oil versus touching metal. And when it touches metal, it gets a stronger crust. And we really want to get a strong crust on this just because just because the texture is so soft. Pickled chicken feet. Man, that's one of my all-time favorite snacks. Lisa, you're cool. Make the duck liver like how you would make a steak. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. We're just gonna sear it. Actually, what I'm gonna do right now is preheat the cast iron. That's something that I think a lot of people forget to do, but get your cast iron hot before you cook it. So yeah, we're going to do that right now. Have you fried duck eggs? Have you tried duck eggs? I have. I was trying to find some actually, but I couldn't find them. What's up, Andre? Mozambique
said $5.
Oh, Mozambique, thank you. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. My man. I'll save some foie gras for you. So guys, we are going to pan sear, we're gonna preheat our cast iron right now. There we go. So again, for people just joining, we are making some duck liver. Have I ever prepared ostrich eggs? I have. If you've seen, I did post a video on when I made that one ostrich egg. It was a disaster, I'm gonna be honest. The problem was you have to like boil it for about 45 minutes. I boiled it for 20 minutes, had to take it out because the pot broke, that stupid glass pot. So it cooled down after 20 minutes. Then I put it back on the heat. So it like partially cooked and it was a disaster. Max, are you cooking it low and pro? Did you mean low and slow? But I like low and pro. That's a nice term. Can you please smoke it over apple loans? Yeah, I'm actually going to be cooking a duck breast later today, and I'm going to smoke it. And we're going to use applewood. Shocker. Yeah, but for this, we're gonna keep it simple and just pan sear it. Right now, I'm preheating the pan, and yeah. Max, do you use gel in your hair? I do. Yeah, I do. I trimmed my beard a little bit today too. People were saying it was getting long on the last one, the last live. Do you have a TikTok account? I do. How long is it dried? So this is not dried. This is fresh duck liver. It's literally just slices of duck liver. So sometimes you'll see like pate, very different than this. Pate is ground up, sometimes with different cuts of the animal. Oftentimes you'll see like liver pate though. This is straight up the lobes of the liver is what they call it, and they slice it up. So yeah, and for that reason it's a little bit more pricey and that sort of thing. Vincent, thank you very much for the support. I will stay strong. Thank you. All right. Any chance you'll share the leftovers with your neighbor? I often do, but this is a little bit small, and I feel like it'll degrade rather quickly. You kind of want to eat it hot. At least I assume you do. But yeah, maybe I'll share a little bit with them. So how I'll be cooking the foie gras. I was mentioning it before, but the pronunciation and the spelling are very different. It's foie gras. I had to Google that beforehand just to make sure I got it right. So I'm preheating the cast iron just to get it hot. We're essentially gonna treat it like a steak. We're just gonna salt and pepper it and quick hard sear. Avoid overcooking the inside, and we'll see. What's up, Naomi? Eat cat liver. That would be very interesting. Thank you, Mr. Cheese. I love the names. People have hilarious names. Applewood Gang. Leslie, you know where it's at. So let's get it moving. Sophia, do you mind? Where's the cooker? Guys, so Sophia, my amazing sister, as always, coming in clutch, helping me out. We have our $14 cooker from Walmart. This thing is terrible, I'm gonna be honest. But somehow it never dies. Like, we literally, a pot broke that was filled with oil, completely doused the thing, didn't catch on fire. We were like convinced it was gonna die because this happened multiple times. But it's still around. But yeah, $14 from Walmart. This thing is a beast. So we're preheating the cast iron. We should probably open up this foie gras real quick. I think I've cooked this once before, but I don't really remember. Like, it was a while ago. Definitely not in my comfort zone when it comes to cooking. But that's sort of the point of this live and future lives like this, where we kind of explore different ingredients and do our best to cook them, you know? See the smell. Doesn't smell bad. Which is a good thing, I would say. Oh, this is so weird. Guys, look at this. It's like Play-Doh or something. Very strange texture going on here. Yeah, fatty liver in French, exactly. Taste it raw. Farm bros, you're out of your mind if you think of eating this raw. Like, I trust the source of this, sort of, but I also don't know if you're supposed to eat this raw. So this is our duck liver. It doesn't smell bad. It's almost sweet, kind of pretty buttery in terms of smell. It feels like if this keeps coming down to room temp, it'll start to fall apart. Like, we got some fingerprints going on. Yeah, what do you guys think of this? Play-Doh dodo. It looks like tofu. It does look like tofu. That's probably the best way to describe it. So I was also doing a little bit of research today, and people said that they often just create little, not designs, they score it just a bit. So let's score it. Man, it's such a weird texture. Oh, wow. Look at this. Can you guys see? So we are scoring lightly. So weird. This is unlike anything I've ever cooked. We're just scoring it. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good. So we've scored one side. In Serbia, they smoke it. Oh, really? Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly do this one too. And then we're gonna run it.
Josh Davis.
Oh, thank you, Josh. You ever had foie gras? I have had. Is that the Josh Davis that I know? Could it possibly be? I have had it before, mostly, and I really haven't been to too many fine dining restaurants, but it seems like this is one of those ingredients that they like to use there, whether it's caviar, foie gras, just like expensive things. But I have had it before. I also think I've cooked it once, but I kind of forget. Steak Shosh, like your name, but he's asking what my favorite steak sauce is. I like to make my own steak sauce, but it sounds like you have your own brand. Thank you, Pan Pan. Okay, so next live should be cheesy steak or pork chops. I like that idea. Okay, guys, let's get going on this searing. I'm kind of putting it off, but I think it's time to just run it. I hope this works. Pretty hot pan. Again, I did preheat it. How much was the duck liver? The duck liver was $40 for like a few ounces. So it's pretty pricey, I'll be honest. I hope it's worth it. So we're gonna season it with salt and pepper. Keep it simple. Where did I get the duck liver? I got it at a little market around here. They have all these specialty items. I really like it, but it's not cheap, that's for sure. All right, so we've got some Osmo salt. We're gonna hit the top with a little bit of salt. Not that much. Oh, see, as it gets cooler, it's like the texture's getting real weird, guys. I think I gotta cook it ASAP. So salt, oof. It wants to fall apart almost. And then from what I understand, the cooking time is quite short. It's literally like, okay, we're gonna do some pepper. Literally like 30 seconds aside. And just simple seasonings. Let me see if we can get a slightly closer angle so you guys can really see it searing. I think that's pretty good. Can you guys see? Just sear it. Max Meat Guy, Flaky Salt Guy, I want to see collab. One day, for sure. Okay. I hope it's gonna be good. I do too, because again, this is my first. We're gonna take a quick sip of coffee for some energy. Okay, good. I'm gonna use a little bit of avocado oil because I think the pan is extremely hot.
Josh Davis.
Oh, Josh Davis. All right, different Josh Davis, but hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support and for the question. Okay, so the pan is smoking even though we're using a really high smoke point oil, which tells me that the pan is very hot, which is probably what we want. I got a little flipper thing, and let's just do it. We are throwing in our foie gras. You guys ready? Okay, we're doing it. All right. Wow, it smells incredible. Oh, is this on? It is on, okay. A lot of smoke. Smoke detectors might be going real soon. Will you add seasoning? Yeah, so 30 side, what do you oh man, let me turn this down a little bit. We added salt and we added pepper. Really simple seasonings. Man, that is smoky, but it's smelling good. Make some chimkin. I hope it's not too hot. It's pretty hot. Probably gonna flip it in 2 seconds. Looks pretty good though. Don't you have a chimney? I do, but it's over there. Like oh shit. Still on? All right, we're gonna flip it, guys. I don't want to burn it. Oh boy. All right, it's a pretty nice char, I would say. Thank you, Chimparoncito. You too. Woo! It's hot. So they say just 30 seconds aside. So I think it's been about 30 seconds. Flip and drain some, basted with butter. Quacky Chadsworth, of course. The best way to make a burger. I'm actually going to be making a burger tomorrow. But I got to keep looking at this because I think we're close to being done. Like, I don't want it to be raw on the inside, but they also say, like, it's literally 30 seconds. So I feel like that's been 30 seconds on that side, right? I'd say so. All right. Woo.
Mozambique is counting down for you.
Oh, Mozambique is? Thank you, Mozambique. Ultimate supporter. What?
10. Oh, 5 seconds now.
All right. We're taking this out now, guys. That was interesting. Very fast, huh? But check it out. We got a nice sear on the top side. Oh man, look, it's literally dripping with. All right, first of all, I gotta move this. That's crazy. But it's literally dripping with fat. I mean, liver is essentially all fat. So it shouldn't, I don't know why I'm surprised by it, but we have really nice crust. And yeah, it's like fat jelly or something. Okay, so shut this off. What do you guys think? Duckalicious? I agree. Raw is much better. I don't think I've had it raw. Can you say my name? I'm a big fan. Ram TXO. Thank you. What am I going to eat it with? Kzelly. Thank you. Okay, so that's the question. I have a few different ingredients that we could choose from. Put on this plate. Actually, I'll do this and then that. My feeling is we throw, so we're gonna start with a little bread thing. Petite's toast, is that how you pronounce that? Petite. All right, we got some petite toasts. Oh, someone just sent something. Schoolboy E. Thank you. Hey, I really appreciate that. And thank you for the support. That means a lot. Keep practicing, and yeah, I'm happy to help out any way I can. All right, guys, we are going to assemble our foie gras. I'm gonna start with one little piece. Let's try to make like the perfect bite if we can.
Vincent.
Oh.
We Frenchies usually eat the thing raw on a cracker.
Oh, Vincent. First of all, thank you for the support there, but also raw with a cracker. Wow, I'll have to try that. I don't think I've ever had foie gras raw. I believe the inside of this is at most medium rare. It's probably quite rare, if not raw. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. So let's start by putting a little bit of honey on there. See, I can't open anything because I cut my finger on that lobster. It's healing, but, and my hands are covered in oil right now. Wait, I think I'm getting it. Guys, give me strength. I need strength. Oh, I got it. That was embarrassing. I thought I was gonna have to ask my sister to help me on live, but we got it. Okay. I'm gonna add a little bit of honey. So it's a pretty sweet, I don't even know if I would call it meat, but it's a sweet. And no worries, Finway Moore. I appreciate it. His sister's showing him up. I almost had to resort to my sister. That would have been bad. Okay.
The audio's gone.
Oh, is the audio gone?
You're muted, I can't hear. Oh, audio is back.
Oh, audio's back. Okay.
Mozambique said one of the most humble and creative chefs around, and he sent money.
Oh, thank you, Mozambique. Mozambique is the #1 supporter. I appreciate you. Okay, so we added a little bit of that foie gras, as you can see. Now we're going to add some white truffle dust. So it's not fresh white truffle, but flavor-wise it comes close. And I think, so a lot of truffle dusts are like 3% truffle, but I believe this was, can't see exactly, but I believe it's a really high percentage of actual truffles.
James Albanese.
Oh, thank you, James. Finally chopped candied bacon. Ooh, that is a genius idea. I actually made some candied bacon the other day. Did we throw that out? Dang. I love that idea though, James. That's a great one. What did we make the candied bacon for? It was...
For the bread.
Oh yeah, we made pork belly bread. You guys will see that video soon. That's the wrong cap. Okay, guys, we made our bite. It's time to try it. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up, but that's pretty good, I think. Kind of a custardy inside, which I believe is what you want. Is this healthy? Definitely not. This is probably the least healthy thing that you can make. We have honey, we have bread, and we have like the fattiest, the most delicious thing ever on top. How tall am I? Can you guess how tall I am? What am I making? Guys, so this is foie gras, which is duck liver, fatty duck liver. I've told you guys in the past how I've made like beef liver, pork liver, and I've never really loved it, but duck liver, completely different story. Yeah, who wants a bite? There, you want a bite? I feel like only half of you would want to eat this. 5'1", I am, yep. A lot of people know, yeah, I'm 6'1". Okay, thank you, Wesley. I'm gonna go for a bite. That's actually incredible. Wow. I think the honey was a great touch. The whole thing just completely melts in your mouth. Like, it literally just disintegrates immediately. I want to show you guys the texture, right? It's very different than like regular meat or anything like that, or like steak. It's very, very soft. As I mentioned, kind of custardy. And it just basically falls apart as you're eating it. Sophia, do you want to try some?
Sure.
I'm gonna make a bite for my sister. Yeah, what do you guys think? Have you guys tried this? Do I go fishing? I love fishing. I fish all the time. The signature, wow, you know it's good. I'm at a point where I pretty much just say that regardless, so yeah. But this one is delicious. You guessed it. Shout out, Jake, you get it. Mozambique, my man. They literally forced to, yeah, so the way that they make duck liver, like I'm not gonna get into the details, but it's definitely a bit controversial, the way they actually produce foie gras. I don't eat it too often. This is only like, I think this is like my second time cooking it. I believe, I can't remember when I cooked it before. But it's definitely, the production manner is a little weird, but the taste is pretty amazing. Do you go hunting? I don't go hunting, but I do want to. So if anybody goes hunting and wants to invite me, I think it'd be pretty cool to like dry age a whole deer or something, like some venison. What is your age? My age is 29. We are getting real close to 30, people. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, so Sophia, I mean, do you want to eat it, or are you just saying yes because I'm...
No, I want to try it. It smells good.
All right, guys, we got sister reveal in 3, 2, 1. Boom, sister.
It looks really nice.
So my sister has a YouTube channel. You guys should check it out. It's Sophia Greb, right? It's just Sophia Greb, yeah. She makes cool videos, cooler videos than me. Max max age is dry age. Are you suggesting I dry age myself? All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
She hates it.
It's really nice.
Yeah. It's good, right?
It's like custardy.
Yeah. Do you actually like it,
Yeah.
flavor-wise?
Yeah.
I actually love it. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it, but I think it's delicious.
Like, you get the sweetness from the honey and the
Yeah.
truffles. It's nice.
The flavor itself is pretty sweet too,
Yeah.
right? It's not like it's definitely savory, but it's closer to a sweet savory than a salty savory. I don't know if that makes sense.
It's almost like Wagyu fat, like that richness of.
Yes, Sophia's saying it's almost the same richness as like Wagyu fat, which I agree. Mango, you got a shout out. So, Olivia Rodrigo, Sophia, apparently you look like Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know who that is, but I'm also behind the times. Give me her number. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Max, do you like to cook? I do like to cook. Ask Guga to dry age me. That sounds like a good activity. Isn't he gonna dry age Angel? Share my sister's YouTube. So yeah, put your YouTube channel down in the thing. You guys can check it out. Olive Wagyu or Kobe beef. I've never had them side by side, but they're both in that top category where you can't really go wrong. They're both probably like $300 a pound, so quite pricey. But I'd be interested to see a side by side of that sort of thing. What about foie gras production? It's pretty harsh on the geese. Yeah, that is the one thing about this. I try not to eat it too much. It's quite controversial, the actual production manner. So yeah, I don't know. I'm still learning more about it and kind of developing an opinion on it. Fish is typically too thin to dry age traditionally. Usually it is, but the one thing I will say about fish is that because we have the scales on the outside and because we have the bones on the inside, it creates two barriers that protects the meat. So even though it's thin and there is some moisture loss, you don't have to, there's no loss from cutting. Whereas with a steak, like guys, check this out. With a steak, you not only have moisture loss, but you also have loss from cutting. So this steak right here, right, like as it's been dry aged, moisture's coming out, and then once we're done, we have this crust, right? And by the end of it, we need to cut that crust off. So we've not only lost weight via moisture, but we also have to cut that exterior off and you end up losing like 30, 40%. But yeah, guys, check this out. Can anybody guess what this is, what cut this is, and how I dry aged it? Any thoughts? Max, would you travel to make content? I would love to travel to make content. I want to do like camping type stuff. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, guys, any thoughts on what this is? Is that chicken? Ding, ding, ding. No, I'm kidding. Someone's saying picanha, A5 Wagyu. Good guesses. Oh, you got to go, Pan Pan. Thank you for being here. Red wine, not quite. Is that a New York strip? Blaze, we got our first correct answer. Gabriel also got it. Leslie, it's from a cow, so that's right. Oh, Colorful Falcon, you've been watching my Instagram stories, huh? So guys, this is a New York strip, AKA a strip steak, AKA a strip loin. You can tell based on the shape primarily, I would say, right? You have like that fat cap. Since it's dry aged, it looks a little bit different than usual. There is quite a bit of intramuscular tendon, or no, not tendons. I learned the hard way that it's not tendons. It's called perimysiums. It's a strange word for fat that is not connected to bone. It can only be a tendon if it's connected to bone. But my point is, this right here is from the back end of the strip loin. So the strip loin runs from the front of the animal to the back. The front of the animal is going to be a really nice, perfectly marbled and clean inside, whereas towards the back, it's gonna have a little bit more of that stuff right there, which is a little bit chewy. But anyway, this is a dry aged strip loin. And the way in which I did it, I'll show you guys the thing. Someone already guessed it because they've clearly been watching my Instagram stories, and I appreciate that. Oh, also Praggy got it right too. Good morning, Ben. But it is, I dry aged it with salt, as you can see, right? And I started about 30 days ago, roughly. And generally when you dry age, you would never use salt under any circumstances, right? You literally just expose it to air. As you've seen me do, also Guga does a lot of this crazy stuff, but you can add wine, you can add citrus, you can add all sorts of stuff, but you would really never add salt. And the reason is I always thought that it would completely dry out the meat, cure it, give it a weird texture. But we cut into this a couple days ago and cooked it. Didn't have to add salt because we already added the salt before the dry age, and it actually came out incredible. So I was very surprised by that. So is that a dry brine? Blaze, that's a good question because dry brining, it's slightly different, it would be my answer. Dry brining is typically left to like a maximum of 3 days, I would say. So you have a steak, right? You add your salt to it, put it in the fridge, and you dry brine it for up to 3 days, right? That would be where you add the salt, it deeply seasons the meat, and the outside gets dry. Dry aging is really anything over 2 weeks, right? So you start with a bigger roast, you leave it in anywhere from 2 weeks to like, I mean, I've gone over a year, but typically about 80 days, I would say. Since we added salt, it's a weird question, right? It hasn't been dry aged, hasn't been dry brined. In my opinion, it's still dry aged. Like we still have that pellicle that forms that you would expect from a dry age. It smells like dry age. There's really few things that tell me that it's been salted at all. I just know that we did it ahead of time, right? So I would call it a dry age as opposed to a dry brine. It's a long way of answering what could have been a quick question. I have a question. Any thoughts on another collab with another food content creator influencer? Yeah, so I've done a couple collabs. With COVID, it's been difficult to go out and meet too many people, but I've done them here and there. I did one with Nick, Golden Balance. I saw Guga recently. That was one of the coolest experiences of my life. Can you do a collab with a food content creator? Yeah, so I plan on doing more coming up. Can you cook a steak in melted foie gras? That's a crazy idea. Ooh, and then we still have all the fat from when I cooked it. That's a fantastic idea. I might do that. All right, Sophia with the answer here. The tendon is epimysium. Epimysium. Also, guys, check out her YouTube channel. What made you choose China to move to? A few reasons. I had family that was doing business there. I had the opportunity to go to China via my college. There was like a program where you could travel and work. So for a few reasons. And then once I was there, I just really fell in love with it. Thank you, Finlay. My favorite cut, lately I've been saying outside skirt steak. Stuff a steak with cheese. Ooh, I like where your head's at. Would you please send me some of the cooked steak? Inside, I got you. Just send me the address. Thank you, Jensen. From Germany, cool. It was really cool to see where everybody was from earlier. Literally all across the world. Email me about a whitetail hunt in Maine. Yo, I would love that. Live bait, that sounds amazing. So yeah, do I like Angus? So Angus is a breed. I'm not sure if it's originated in America, it might be Europe, but it's popularized in America, whereas something like Wagyu is gonna be from like Japan. So that's a breed, it's your traditional like prime grade, choice grade. But then you see like Black Angus, and I've talked to some butchers about what the distinction is from like regular choice, Black Angus choice, and Angus choice. Nobody really seems to have the answer for me. So I'm still learning that distinction as well. I just go by marbling. Like it could say Black Angus on it, and it's like $10 more per pound for a ribeye. But if the marbling looks better on the regular choice, I just go with that one. Germany, Lebanon. Wow, it's so cool to see all these places. Places that I've never even been to. Really, it's really cool. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off. I wanted to keep this to about 30 to 45 minutes. How many methods of aging meat? Really, in its most basic form, so I'll quickly show you guys the dry ager. In its most basic form, you literally just add the meat to the dry ager and expose it to air. But I've been kind of experimenting with different ways to do it.
Fork, not fork.
Yeah, I see. So, yeah, really, I mean, you can just get creative. You can add citrus, you can add all sorts of stuff to it. Fork, not fort. Thank you. Thank you very much for the support and watching. How do you marble a piece of meat? So the marbling is referring to the intramuscular fat. So as you see in here, there's white fat that's going on the inside. Even on this side, you can kind of see it. So it's not something that the person cooking it would do. It's more of, you look at the different cuts and you can see, okay, this one has a lot of marbling, this one doesn't have a lot. And it's just based on how much grain they've been fed, the genetics of the cow, that's, that sort of stuff. So anytime you're looking for a steak, try to find one that has the most amount of these little white flecks in there as possible. That looks disgusting, bro. This is dry aged, so it hasn't been cooked yet. I mean, it's raw meat. It's, it is what it is. So am I gonna cook the steak in melted foie gras? I think I will, Blaze. I might do this after. Thank you, Lynn. Have I tried chicken liver? I have. It's pretty good. Thank you, Leslie. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off. Got some filming to do today. We're gonna cook duck breast. Gonna cook a burger either today or tomorrow. But yeah, let me know if you guys have ideas. I'm always open to them. Feel free to DM me. And I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I am planning on doing a lot more of these lives, which I'm really excited about. Similar format where we literally just find a unique ingredient. Could be caviar, could be, what are other ideas that I had? Like sea urchin, just crazy, weird ingredients. Open them up, learn how to cook them, talk about them briefly. And yeah, that's essentially it. Any last, you sent your address to my DMs. You really want me to send you that steak, huh? Why did you cook my brother? Oh, Quacky Chadsworth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Can you name 10 people from the 15th century? I could not do that. Human meat when? Probably gonna wait on that one. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, JJ. I'll talk soon. I'm gonna do another live probably tomorrow around this time, around 11 a.m. Eastern is my thought. K John, thank you. Blaze, you get your shout out. All right. Thanks again, guys. I will talk to you soon, and I hope you have a great day. See ya.